It's the Jaffna Stallions against the Galle Gladiators in match 2 of LPL 2020. Let's build our fantasy team then on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. I'm Raunak Kapoor. Joining me shortly, Russel Arnold. Right, before we get into our team, some player availability news, and I'm sure Russell will have something to say about this. Shahid Afridi, in what's been the most publicized flight miss in recent times in cricket, won't be available for this game. So Manuka Rajapaksa has the responsibility of captaining the Gladiators. Thoughts on that, Russ?
Yeah, it's a strange one. What are you doing, Shahid? You should be here. I guess there are two sides to it. It's a big miss for the Galle Gladiators that Shahid Afridi is not available. And then again, don't forget that Lasith Malinga also pulled out late. So that's their two biggest experienced players that they're going to be missing. But Manuka Rajapaksa, to me, he's one of those players who have underachieved. As a youngster, he's a player that we thought looked like Arjuna Ranatunga, had that type of game, had a very powerful, instinctive game. So here's an opportunity. He's going to lead the team and also to show his skills, do it his way. So I'm really looking forward to Manuka Rajapaksa to actually turn it on and take control and make his way into that national team.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fantasy team suggestion from us as well. What you will see is perhaps a lot of investment in the Sri Lankan players, the domestic players for this game. So let's go to our recommended team. Before that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one side in any given contest. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app, and we'll also recommend 4 substitutes that you can now have on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app too. Let's go to our top selections. And our captain pick, we've gone with Avishka Fernando, the very talented Sri Lankan batsman. And we know he's not played a lot of cricket in a while. Nobody has. But in his last 6 domestic Sri Lanka T20 games, recorded 40-plus scores in 5 matches. So you'd consider someone like Avishka to be a big player here. And he also managed that fine 100 against the West Indies the last time he played in Hambantota. Wanindu Hasaranga is there as our vice-captain choice, of course, capable with ball and is handy with the bat as well. 16 wickets in 13 T20Is so far, and he's got in his last 10 local Sri Lanka games, he's taken 18 wickets and scored nearly 200 runs. So handy man with the bat. Captains give you double the points and vice-captains 1.5 times, so pick them carefully. Manuka Rajapaksa does feature among our top picks. We know that he did take a significant note in that debut series against Pakistan, where Sri Lanka recorded a series sweep, 3-0 in Pakistan. Shoaib Malik is there as well, the experienced 38-year-old veteran. He's there and he still has something to contribute in T20 cricket. Decent PSL 2020, nearly 300 runs and a strike rate of just over 137. Mohammed Ahmed, the highest wicket taker for his respective sides in the BPL 2019-20 as well as the PSL 2019-20. And also did pick up a couple of wickets in the qualifier and final of the BPL. Did finish on the runners-up side though. Our top picks then: Avishka Fernando, Wanindu Hasaranga, Manuka Rajapaksa, Shoaib Malik, and Mohammed Ahmed. What have you made of those top selections, Russell?
Yeah, you can't look beyond Mohammed Ahmed and Shoaib Malik. They've just been playing some cricket. They've got all the experience, and especially for these type of conditions, they can turn the game on its head. And the other fact that they'll be their experience, their knowledge, their confidence will ooze down through the others, means they're up there and they'll be leading by example for sure. Going on to your captain, Avishka Fernando, he's in great form. He's developing every day, improving his game and really showcasing what an exceptional talent he is. Wanindu Hasaranga is another one of those street fighters. You'd say he could be Sri Lanka's Ben Stokes in terms of attitude. He's always in your face. So you'd expect him to be contributing to your team all the time. And we've also spoken about Manuka Rajapaksa. He's explosive, instinctive, and he'll surprise you in the areas that he'll hit you. So consistency is what you're hoping for, and I'm thinking you'll get it from these 5.
All right. Well, let's go some differential picks, players that may not be your first choice, but we think they should find a place in your fantasy 11. We're going to start with Aquila Dhananjaya. Now, Dhananjaya has had his share of problems with his bowling action and whatnot, but he is cleared and set to have an impact in LPL 2020. And If you look at the last 10 Sri Lanka domestic T20 games, he's not gone wicketless in any one of them. He's managed 21 wickets, so pretty decent nick of form for Aquila Dhananjaya if you look at how he's gone recently. Shayhan Jayasu is there. Talk about good recent form. He set the domestic Sri Lanka T20 league on fire, topping the run scorers chart, nearly 400 runs in 8 games, averaging nearly 50, strike rate of nearly 160. So here's a player that you shouldn't miss out on as per our calculations. Our differential picks include Aquila Dhananjaya and Shayhan Jayasu. Looking at our full 11, there's Minod Bhanuka, who's there as a wicketkeeper option. You've got Avishka Fernando, the hard-hitting Hazratullah Zazai from Afghanistan, Shayhan Jayasu, Manuka Rajapaksa, Shoaib Malik, Hasaranga, Dhananjay De Silva, Aquila Dhananjaya, Mohammed Ahmed, and Kyle Abbott features in our 11 as well. Looking at the substitute options that we're throwing in, Thisara Pereira, Suranga Lakmal, Asita Fernando, and Danushka Gunatilaka. I wonder if Russell would make any swaps and have any of those players in the 11 itself. Russ, your thoughts?
Thisara Pereira, probably, because with bat and ball, he should make a big difference. So I will really think of him instead of Dhananjay De Silva there. Because Thisara, I'm pretty sure, as he's captain, he'll get to bowl all his 4 overs. I'm thinking that'll give you wickets and make a big difference. Yeah, you go with a fair lot of players, Raunak, but I'll give you 2 other names to look out for. Binura Fernando, you haven't heard much of. He's coming on as an all-rounder and a hard-hitting batsman around number 8. So if there's someone for you to look out for, and a top-order batsman, you have Hazratullah Zazai. I might have been inclined to go with Tom Moores, the English batsman. He's Peter Moore's son. Very powerful and looking very good. So early days, keep an eye out for them, Raunak.
Yeah, brilliant. You got some extra options there. So let's see how the teams face up and shape up first and foremost. Remember, look at the playing 11s, look at the selection calls, and then only confirm your fantasy team. And Thisara Pereira, it's a good pick from Russel Arnold. You don't want to keep Thisara Pereira on your substitutes bench, surely, if he's going to have some sort of impact. More from Russell, as LPL 2020 is only just about kicked off. So do join us then on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo.